Sit back and get ready to have the most fun you ever had with an electronic device.
All right, everybody, welcome out to the Get On With It Sports Show. It is Wednesday, October the 4th, 2023. Jersey Johnny coming at you. With me, as always, is none other than Mr. RadioPete and Mr. Harry Lug Nutz. Say hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
How's everybody doing?
Apparently,
Pete's back from his darkness
retreat of last week.
Darkness retreat.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was only a 6-day retreat, so I was able to come into the light for the show.
The light for the show.
Nice.
That was fun last week, actually. When you did have service and could sneak back on, it was actually enjoyable. So we did appreciate it.
Well, that's good. It's much better when you weren't on, actually. But a few moments when you were with us, it was we lost some viewers, but it's all right.
It's the audio that was rough.
Right.
Rough.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
There's
no good way to do it.
No. I did enjoy it.
As I was saying, Long Island is one of the most overdeveloped places on Earth, and it has some of the worst communication infrastructure on the planet. It's terrible.
It's stupid, right?
And the funny part is the spots that have like the data holes are, a lot of them are in like upscale neighborhoods.
That's crazy. You would think that would be the opposite, right?
You'd think it would be the opposite, but it's not. So whatever. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, this week you're here. It's a regular show. It's the fun show. Right?
Here I am back in my regular dark cave.
Regular darkness.
Dark cave.
But before we started, Harry pointed out I'm wearing a Gary Reasons jersey. Right. It could also be double nickels. So had to
fake punt, that wonderful hit in the. Who are they playing that? Who's that hit on?
Okay, all right, that's great.
Pete doesn't like when we talk about successful football.
No,
teams.
I just don't want to get going down the Giants rabbit hole.
No, we're not going to do that.
Start the show.
We're not going to do that. All right. Let's in the interest of full disclosure, I call this my Gary Reasons jersey, but I will say it to you now live on the show. I actually did acquire this jersey recently, honestly, at a flea market. Okay. It was brand new, tags on, in plastic, pristine condition, pressed, beautiful. It not a mark. It was brand new jersey, right? Take a guess how much, Pete?
Oh, let's do an over-under.
Well, Harry already knows.
Oh.
I just told him before you
I'll go under then.
I'll go over.
All right.
All right. Flea market. Where was the flea market?
The flea market was in New Jersey. It was
Okay.
New Egypt.
Ooh, so fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy flea market.
Is there an old Egypt, New Jersey?
There's not. I think old Egypt is in Africa. So New Egypt is in New Jersey.
Not signed. Just
not
new
signed.
in plastic.
New in plastic, tags on, the whole 9 yards. And clearly, I will tell you this: it's been clearly sitting in the plastic, brand new, with tags on it for many years.
Yeah.
It's not.
Well,
it's not. I'll give you this. It's not a Blake Martinez jersey. Okay, so
right.
Yeah.
So it's original. It just was sitting around,
mm-hmm.
kind of like the bobbleheads. I got you guys. They were just on the shelf collecting dust.
Right.
For a while.
Exactly.
I'll say. Now, do you know, was this the original owner that was selling it?
I did ask. He did. He said yes. He bought it. He used to buy jerseys. This is one of the several he had been selling off. This was the only one he had left. He never. A number of them hadn't been touched. They were in storage.
I'm glad we avoided going down a rabbit hole.
I'll say.
Well, I didn't go down a Giants rabbit hole. So that's what
I'll
he was
say
worried about.
$15.
$15. Harry, you want to tell them what it was since you already know?
It was $2.
$2.
Just two. Wow.
$2. Right.
$1 per 5.
$1 per number 5. Exactly. It's a LeVar Arrington jersey.
Did you look up the value?
Oh, the value is low. The value is like for brand new. It's a Reebok jersey, so they hold value a little bit better. which I love buying the older Reebok jerseys. I hate the new Nike jerseys. I can't stand them. Sorry, Nike. I don't like your jerseys. I like the Reebok jerseys.
Oh, that's the end of that sponsorship.
There you go. Well, we're never going to get Nike now. That's it. Whatchamacallit. But in any event, the value is like 40, 45, $50. And it knew these jerseys were upper hundreds. This one is. So
you made out.
Oh yeah, it's a LeVar Arrington jersey though. He played 6.5 games for the Giants.
5
games for the Giants. Yeah, 5.
I changed the name thing on the back, right?
I could probably take Arrington off and put Reasons on if I want. Yeah, I could probably do that. So, but in any event, I thought
then you'd have a story.
Then that'd be a story.
I got this at a flea market for $2.
Yeah, $2. Brand new Gary Reasons jersey.
Then I spent $212 changing the name.
Changing the name on the back.
Well, listen, you say the guy went away from the table. His wife was there. He went to get a sandwich or something.
Right.
And his wife was there. She didn't know what it was worth. It wasn't marked.
Honestly, if you were to ask me what teams did LeVar Arrington play for, I forgot he played for the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he played 6 years for the Redskins and 5 games for the Giants, and that was it. He in week 7, he against the Cowboys, he tore his Achilles, and he was out for the season. Recovered from that rehab, but then before training camp the next year in June, he was in a bad motorcycle accident, and that ended his career. So
gets kicked by a mule, eyes go crooked, falls down a well, back to normal. Who
would have thunk it? So,
all right.
Anyway. All right.
There
you go. But he was in his day when he early in his career, when he was playing all season was with the Redskins. He was very good. He was very good. Yeah. The Giants gave him a $49 million 7-year, $49 million contract at the time. And this is approaching 20 years ago, right? So it's 17 years ago, I guess, at this point.
That's a lot of money.
That was a lot of money. So obviously they thought he was going to be around for a while. Didn't work out.
Now his jersey sells for $2 in New Egypt flea market.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Nice. There you go. All right. Let's kick it off with the memes that we do. We get this one. I actually had this one pegged to go tonight, and Harry had posted it and sent it out before that, ironically. So he's seen this one before. But Radio Pete, you have not. I thought this was interesting. Here we go. Please select gender: male, female, Venezuela.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There you go. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Is meme like an anagram for something?
I don't. Yeah, that's a good question. I think it might be.
Where did the word meme come from? I don't know.
Where did Jimmy get on that?
All
right. Somebody else. I
would probably choose Venezuela.
You're not male. You're not female. You're You're Venezuela. You identify as the country of Venezuela. There'll probably be some benefit to it. There you go. Fair enough. All right. Moving on to the next one. I thought this was interesting and quite ironic too at the same time. Here we go. I'm going to the number 2 collage. I'm going to collage.
Obviously, Princeton.
Obviously.
Right. Well, I think this is just a space thing. It's an attempt at colloquialism, and they're obviously going to a meeting of collages.
Right. The 2 collage meeting. I'm going to collage.
They're going. There's going to be a room full of
waves.
It's like a quilting meeting.
Is that the Partridge Family logo underneath?
Yeah, it doesn't look like waves. It does look like birds. Like a partridge.
I think collage is a verb in this context.
I think it's also a sex designation now, right?
Male, female, Venezuela collage.
Male, female, Venezuela collage. I'm going to collage. So I'm not just one collage. I'm 2 collage. I think you're right. All right. Moving on to the next one. The next 4 are food related. All right. So we got to look into these. Okay. Here we go. First one is it's a Korean menu. There's pad pang curry. The bottom one is vegetable curry, which is apparently gluten free. The middle one strikes my curiosity. Vegetarian evil.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've had that before. That'll blow out your bucket.
Soy vegetarian nuggets.
That'll give you lump huckaroo the blowhole in no time.
Vegetarian evil.
Maybe it used to be weevil. And then they corrected the menu.
Autocorrect, right?
Maybe they made vegetarian weevil.
Maybe they did. Not sure I would eat that either, but
no, I'd probably eat the evil before the weevil.
I probably would. Yeah, exactly. Okay, next one we got Japanese crap served with curry sauce. Choice of curry. Choose multiple: yellow, green, or red.
I mean, I don't think you want the red crap.
I don't want red crap. I don't know if I want green crap either.
I mean, none are good choices, but I'll take yellow over the red or green crap.
Seems to be the most.
You have to pick more than one. It's required.
It's required to choose multiple.
Wow.
So if you choose yellow and green, then yours comes out blue. Is that how that works?
I believe it is. Or you choose yellow and red, you come out orange, right? You get orange sauce.
Yeah. Red and yellow, you kind of turn out whatever that is.
And red and green is like kind of like black, right? It comes out.
Green's not a primary color.
No, exactly. So, interesting. So I thought it was good. Anyway, then there's this Kellogg gingerbread poop tarts.
Yeah, well, that's how you know they're fake, because it's Kellogg.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not Kellogg's. It's
21.1 ounce.
21.1 ounces.
Any of these products could be legitimately called poop tarts.
This is true.
If you eat more than two of them, maybe the result.
Maybe this one is filled with Metamucil.
Maybe this one is filled with vegetarian evil.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it. Yeah, that's the real question. Is it filled with poop, or is it filled with laxative to make you poop?
To make you poop, right there.
There's only one way to.
So would it be gingerbread flavored laxative?
By the way, the idea of a gingerbread Pop-Tart alone is just wrong.
Right.
Well, like, what do you put in the middle? What goes on the inside of gingerbread?
Gingerbread. So it's not.
No, but I'm saying there's gingerbread is the
poop
part that holds the stuff in the middle. Obviously, it has icing on it, like a gingerbread man cookie or gingerbread. But what's the middle part?
Right.
You obviously have not had a Pop-Tart before.
And either that or the outside of the Pop-Tart is the regular Pop-Tart material, cookie, if you will.
But you're not going to put a layer of bread. It's always
gingerbread, like
gingerbread flavored with the gingerbread icing. Yeah, so it's just like a gingerbread hat.
It's like all gingerbread, like gingerbread top to bottom.
And there's poop.
A blueberry Pop-Tart is not blueberry on the outside.
Well,
on the inside.
Well,
there is little pieces of blueberry on the outside, actually, with a blueberry.
But the tart. Well, I don't know.
It's a tart. It's a tart flavor.
Right.
The part that you hold on to when you eat it is not made of blueberry.
It's made of gingerbread.
It's dough.
Right.
So this would be gingerbread, and what goes in the middle?
Well, I think Harry hit the nail on the head.
In the middle.
I think we're looking at it right here. Poop goes in the middle.
So like a gingerbread paste. So like the cinnamon paste, only with gingerbread flavor.
That's possible, I suppose. So we're gonna have to get some and not eat them.
Maybe it's current paste.
Maybe it is.
No, they use the current for exactly the eyes or the buttons or whatever.
I'm looking at the gingerbread Pop-Tart. It is a white frosting with a gingerbread man on it. It's frosted gingerbread. So the Pop-Tart is gingerbread and the frosting, and there's a gingerbread man sitting in a hot tub in the snow with a toucan on the outside of it.
So if you make a gingerbread house and then you just break off a piece of the roof, this is basically the same thing.
That's exactly it. And there's no middle. It's just gingerbread with icing.
Well, I think they're missing an opportunity.
So it's gingerbread. So it's just a gingerbread cookie, basically.
It's a solid piece of gingerbread with icing on it.
It's a soft toaster pastry with vanilla frosting on the outside and gingerbread flavored filling on the inside.
There you go. So a gingerbread flavored filling. There you go. All right. Well, there you go.
There we go.
Now that we've dissected that, there you go.
I'm not going to eat it.
Gingerbread.
I just want to know what it's made of.
Now let's let everybody know that's the Kellogg's gingerbread Pop-Tarts. However, this is the Kellogg gingerbread Poop Tarts.
It's got a slightly different icing.
Slightly different icing.
Exactly. Yeah.
You get your choice of red, yellow, or green.
Yellow or green. Right, exactly. And then
or Venezuela.
Or Venezuela.
Does it say you have to do multiple required? Multiple required.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'll take the green and Venezuela.
And Venezuela
for 500.
Oh, exactly.
Venezuelan Pop-Tart.
I've never had a Venezuelan Pop-Tart. That is
good
a good
man.
I like that. Venezuelan Pop-Tart. All right. And that brings us to the last one. Finally, here we go. This I'm not sure what it is, but whatever it is indeed made with 40% recycled PET.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
All right.
Listen. I think now we know what really happens when you take your pet to the vet to have him put down, right? And we're gonna bury him in the pet graveyard over in Center Reach. No,
but 40% of it goes into countertops.
40% of it
pet and put it into whatever this is.
Right. Yeah. Now that's very true, Harry. You did bring up a good point. This is not necessarily food. This could be,
it could be a carpet.
It could be a carpet.
This is 40%. The other 60% goes into the vegetarian evil.
That's true.
The other 60% is gingerbread filling.
And then, only 50% because they send the.
It depends on what pet it is.
Well, they send the other 10% to Venezuela.
They don't tell you what pet it is.
They don't. I think it's just generic. It could be, a little bit of Cocker Spaniel, a little bit of goldfish.
Well, see, now that raises an interesting question. Does this item contain only one kind of pet?
In each item that they have 40% recycled PET in,
or
as a different pet.
Or does the item just contain 40% of one single pet?
Right. What this really means, guys, I hate to break it to you, is that it means that it's 40% recycled plastic, which is what PET stands for.
We know.
Yes.
Well, fine. I'll have the green curry then.
All right, I'll have the green curry. All right.
The green curry poop tart.
The green curry poop tart. In Venezuela. You got to have it in Venezuela.
From Kellogg, which is a Venezuelan knockoff company.
Right.
Either that or it's served to you by a
Venezuelan. Yeah.
Not a Venezuelan, a Venezuela.
Better Kellogg than Gulag.
That's just true. Very good. All right, let's kick off our Just a Quickie. Let's get back into some sports here. This week's Just a Quickie, NFL Just a Quickie. I will ask you, who wants to go first? I'll let you decide for this one right now.
Venezuela goes first.
All right.
I'll go first. It
That
seems
is
traditional.
You? All right, there you go. All right, Pete, you go first. Pick one in their prime. Darrelle Revis or Charles Woodson? Darrelle Revis or Charles Woodson? Who would you pick? Who would you pick?
Well, despite the conspiratorial narrative that Darrelle Revis wasn't really as good as he was, I'll go with Darrelle Revis.
Darrelle Revis for RadioPete. Harry, same question.
I'll go for Charles Woodson just to break it up. I mean, yeah. I don't know. I mean, Revis beat Woodson, didn't he, for Defensive Player of the Year 1 year?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, they're both really great. I'll take both, and then we'll have a lockdown defense.
Yeah, I mean, most of these pick one in their primes. You can't go wrong with either answer, right? So,
right.
It's not like I said, pick one in their prime. A really shitty corner or prime. It's not
right.
But anyway, all right.
Charles Woodson played his entire career with the
Packers.
Packers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Did he
won a Super Bowl?
Won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he did. I think Charles Woodson was an outstanding corner. I would pick Darrelle Revis, but incrementally. I just like hedges him out for me. So. All right. Well, there you go. That's this week's NFL.
I mean, they're probably two of the top
quickie
5 or 6 to ever play the position.
I would say it's up there, at the very least top 10, if not more, higher. Yeah. So, all right. I
mean, they're no Eli Apple, but who is?
Well, no, who is? I mean, Eli Apple.
Who's that guy from way back? Gene Tunnel or whatever his name was.
Emil Tunnel.
Emlyn Tunnell.
Emlyn Tunnell, yeah, that guy was.
Was he a corner or a
safety? He was a safety.
Oh, all right. Sorry, my mistake.
That's all good.
But he did have like 812 interceptions and average 95 tackles a game.
A quarter.
If his name comes up in a quickie, it doesn't matter who else you put him against. I don't know. I'd have to take Tunnell.
Yeah. Exactly.
Tennell,
played at a different
the answer is
era.
always Emlyn Tennell and Christy Matheson.
Matheson.
And 95% of the time you're right. It's just there's no arguing. Yeah.
No, you can't. You can't do it. So, all right. That's NFL just a quickie. Let's move on to our four gotta stay. What do you think?
All right.
Sure.
Four gotta stay. All right. You know how this works. And this week's four gotta stay is top NFL announcers all time.
1, 2, 3, 5.
Not 1960 to 1969.
No. Top NFL announcers all time. Top NFL announcers all time. I'm gonna give you 6. 4 gotta stay. 2 gotta go. You know the drill. Write these down.
Mm-hmm.
Write these down. Let me know when you're ready. All right. Sorry, I tried to do that. All right. Write these down. John Madden.
Yep.
Pat Summerall.
The team.
That's it. I'm done. I know. Hey, these guys are gone.
They're gone. They're horrible. They're hats.
They were systems announcers.
No, they're absolutely. Yeah. Please.
Yeah. Al Michaels.
Hate Al Michaels.
Frank Gifford.
Makes me like Al Michaels a little more.
I was gonna say Gifford or Michaels.
Well, I didn't put. I didn't put
quickie announcer quickie.
Well, I didn't put
Collinsworth.
I didn't put Collinsworth or Dan Deerdorf either.
Yeah.
Well, that would make it too easy.
Deerdorf was all right. Collinsworth is like fucking.
There you go. Dick Enberg.
Gosh, the most boring announcer of all time, but he's pretty good.
And to wrap it all up, Mr. Howard Cosell. John Madden, Pat Summerall, Al Michaels, Frank Gifford, Dick Enberg, and Howard Cosell. Harry, you start us off this time.
I'm going to go with 1, 2, 5, and 6.
1, 2, 5, and 6. So John Madden, Pat Summerall, Dick Enberg, and Howard Cosell.
Look at that little monkey go.
Yeah, nah. All right. On that note, let's move over to Radio Pete. What would you say yours are?
Well, I think we agree on Gifford. He's gone.
Okay.
Dick Enberg is really kind of innocuous, but he knew his stuff. I'm going to get rid of Cosell. I was never a fan of his.
No, really.
I think he was more hype than substance. I know they knew his stuff and all that, but
He was the voice of Monday Night Football.
Yeah, well, that was
before Al Michaels.
Yeah, I don't know. It just I never what was the big deal?
So who's your 4?
So it's Madden, Summerall, Al Michaels, and Dick Enberg.
There you go. Madden, Summerall, Al Michaels, Dick Enberg. All right.
There you go.
There you go. That's our top. That's our 4 gotta stay. We got to get segment. We got to get segment music for this.
Can't believe you didn't have Joe Buck on there, John. Your favorite.
Let's put it this way. Now, you like Chris Collinsworth better than I like Joe Buck. So,
if you wanted to really make this,
we're gonna get Joe Buck on the show.
You would include.
I like Joe Buck.
I got to be honest with you. Hold that thought, Pete. I got to be honest with you. We Brockmeyer, right?
Joe Buck was great on Brockmeyer.
I will give you that. He was actually really good on Brockmeyer. So.
Joe Buck's a good announcer, I think.
Yeah. Anyway, I like his father better. Pete, you were saying?
Uncle?
Yeah, he's
Uncle Buck?
Not well. Like, if you want to make this interesting, then those are the guys you put on. You put Buck, you put Collinsworth, you put Deerdorf. I'm sure we could find
Tony Romo.
Really
Tony Romo.
Yeah, make a list.
A lot of people hate Phil
ones.
Sims. Yeah.
Make a list of horrible
and Rex Ryan and the woman that he did that one broadcast with too. You know?
Oh, you could put Rush Limbaugh on there and Dennis
Leary.
Dennis Leary
was on.
Dennis Miller.
Dennis Leary would have made actually. That would have been funny if he did it.
Yeah.
But Dennis Miller, that would be cool.
Yeah.
We'll have to do
those guys.
We'll have to do a four gotta go. Four unfortunately have to stay. Four unfortunately have to stay.
Two we let go, four we kill.
We'll have to do that list next time. So.
Two survive, four gotta kill.
There you go. All right. Let's move on to NFL question of the week. Harry.
Yes.
Do the sounder.
NFL question of the week.
There you go. Let the sample down. There you go. NFL question of the week. This is this week's question. All right. Answer, Pete. You go first on this one. Honest opinion. Will Aaron Rodgers play for the Jets ever again?
No.
That's it. Won't return next year.
I think he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he is going to make an effort to be around and be with the team and be supportive and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But as this thing goes farther and farther south, he's going to start to distance himself from it.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he is physically able, I don't see him doing it.
Gotcha. Right.
Because then it's going to be 1 year,
Mm-hmm.
And
then it's not even at that point. It's not all right. We can get close this year and do better next year. It's 1 year.
Yeah, right. We can see exactly how good we are and what do we need to do. I mean, it's obviously what they need to do, but if it's just the 1 year, or they're going to re-sign him, or is he going to re-sign for another 1 year or whatever, then it's all the pressure. And then if it doesn't happen,
then what?
Well, then that's going to be,
he's got his
mark against his legacy.
His legacy. He's got his escape clause now. He tried. He got hurt. Time to retire.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's probably more likely that it's just not really going to be. I don't know if he's going to be. He'll be physically able, but not physically able.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I mean, he's going to be 41 going into next season.
Well, he'll be 40 because he's 39 now. He's turning 40 in the season, so he'll be 40, turning 41.
He'll be
right. Like, doesn't he turn 40 in a month or something from now, or something like that?
He'll be younger than Brady when he won his last Super Bowl. Yeah.
That's true.
Well, okay, but he's not Brady.
He's not Brady. Yeah.
No.
All right, Harry, what do you think?
I think he is going to play. Look, I think that he's going to rehab. I think he'll be able to play. How long he will play, I don't know. His mobility might be compromised, but I think he will bounce back from this. If he was a wide receiver, I would say no. If he was, but he's a quarterback. And Aaron Rodgers moves around. His mobility is pretty good. I think he'll be able to recuperate from this. And the reason why I say that is if it happened in week 7 or week 9 or week 12, I would say no. But it happened on week 0.1.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that extra season, really the whole season to end an off season, I think he's going to come back. And I hope he can come back and actually play. That's to be determined. But he will play again for the Jets. He will be in training camp next year.
Gotcha. I'm just trying to look really quick if what NFL quarterbacks in history have actually come back from
torn
Achilles.
Well, nothing. I mean, I actually Googled what NFL quarterbacks have come back from ruptured Achilles tendon injuries. And there's nothing in the search results that say anything other than Jets and Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. How many quarterbacks have gone into a darkness retreat?
That's true. How
many quarterbacks have, said they were vaccinated but weren't? How many, there's a first time for a lot of things.
According to sportsmd.com, athletes cannot expect to fully return to competitive sports for 1 year or more after rupturing an Achilles. So there you go. We know, players have come back from Achilles ruptures, right? I mean, Lawrence Taylor came back from an Achilles rupture and played the last year of his career, and he came back sooner than a year too. But hey, whatever. All right. Well, that's a yes from Harry and a no from Pete.
Well, I mean,
We'll find out. We'll find out next August.
Kevin Durant came back from a ruptured Achilles.
He did, but he's not, a quarterback for an NFL team.
No, he's running up and down the court and playing in the NBA.
Oh yeah, no, of course, but I understand what you're saying. It's not that it can't be done. I was trying to find what NFL quarterbacks have actually come back from it. But then again, Alex Smith came back from what he came back from. I think that was a little bit more devastating than an Achilles injury. So
yeah, I mean,
anything's possible.
Didn't Kobe come back from a ruptured Achilles? I mean, granted, he was younger, but
All right.
I think
we'll find out.
Wasn't that the injury when he like ruptured his Achilles and then shot 2 free throws and then I don't know. I think that was a ruptured Achilles. I don't know. I can't.
Well, we'll find out. All right. That is our NFL question of the week. Let's move on to our NFL history rapid fire quiz. It's actually this week. It's still we didn't switch back to NFL yet. It's still MLB history rapid fire quiz.
Oh boy.
And I must forewarn you, this is a little difficult.
Oh God. Like the other ones haven't been.
Not entirely, no. So all right. So let's begin the quiz. Let's recap. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I should say, the last quiz. Pete won again, his second one ever. He won, beat Harry 2-1.
All right.
So there you go. All right, so we got a new
because I had an option of who won the most playoff games. I named 5 of the top 6, but didn't get the top one.
Didn't get the one. You didn't get the by that much. So would have been tied. All right, here we go. So this week, once again, Major League Baseball. We'll probably switch it up to football now that we're, or maybe we'll do some playoffs. We'll find out in a couple weeks.
Good.
But
So
in any event,
switch it up to Connect 4.
we'll switch it up to pickleball. Actually, I think we should do that. All right, Pete, you ready for your first question?
Sure. Let's go.
Right, here we go. Kicking it off with Pete. Here we go. Question 1.
Oh, sorry.
There you go. Who won the National League Cy Young Award in both 1991 and 1998? Same guy, same person. Okay. So won 2 NL Cy Young Awards in the 90s, in 91 and in 98. Who won it? Who would you say?
91 and 98.
91 and 98.
Nationally.
Yeah.
Like that's going to help me. I know the American League, but boy, National League, I don't know that one. 2-time Cy Young Award winner.
Mm-hmm. 2-time Cy Young Award winner, yeah. Who would it be?
I don't know.
What do you think?
Kurt Schilling? Randy?
Randy Kurt Schilling.
Yeah, let's go with Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling, Randy. No, it is not.
Okay.
It is not. Harry, who won the National League Cy Young?
I'm thinking it's one of the 2 pitchers for the Braves. That would be my odds are in my favor there. And I think I think 91 Glavine had a better year than Maddox. I'm going to go Tom Glavine.
So Harry says Tom Glavine. The correct answer is Mr. Tom Glavine. Yes, Tom Glavine did win the NL Cy Young Award in 91 and again in 98.
Did he win it 3 times total?
He may have.
God, they had such great pitching, and they only were able to win 1 World Series.
Well, don't start Googling things because you don't know what I'm asking next. You don't want an unfair advantage. All right. Pete, question number 2. Ready?
Sure.
All right. In what year did interleague play begin?
Ooh.
In what
Venezuela.
year did interleague play begin? The correct answer is Poop Tarts.
Wow, that's a good question.
Kellogg. When did interleague play begin? I'm going to say April 1st. Does that count?
What year? That wasn't the question. In what year did interleague play begin?
Actually, that would be wrong because I don't think they had interleague games on opening day ever.
Yeah, that's true.
They might have actually.
No, they have. Well, now
they didn't back
not
then.
Now they have
then.
to because there's only 15 teams in each.
I think it's longer than we think. I'm sorry, I don't mean to.
Now they have to. There has every series of the year during the regular season there has to be interleague play because there's an odd amount of teams.
But
seems
they
like
wouldn't have.
Seems like it's been within the last 10 years.
On opening day, the first year it happened, I don't think they would have done that.
Not so much. No. Yeah. In what year did interleague play begin?
What year is it now? 23.
I thought you were asking. What year was that? I just.
I don't know. I'll say. I'll say shit.
You'll say shit?
1992.
1992. Good guess. But wrong. Harry?
I think it was before 2000, but I don't think it was far before 2000. I'm going to say 98.
1998 is another really good guess.
That was what I was going to say first. Well.
And no, you're both wrong.
Wrong. Fuck.
So, all right, doesn't count. You want to take another guess, Pete? Doesn't count, but you want to take another guess?
I would swear that I was arguing with my old radio partner about this, which would have been late 90s, mid to late 90s, and it had already been around. So I don't know, 95.
95 is wrong too, and that radio partner was good. The one after that, he sucked.
Well, thank God it was only one fake show that never aired.
Harry, you want another guess?
97.
97 it was.
97. Yeah.
It was 97.
So I was off a ridiculous question by 1 year.
There you go.
No points.
Good guesses. You both had it in 90s though, so you had it, zero
at
down.
At first, I was going 2000, and then I was like, nah, it was a little before that. Yeah. Anyway.
All right, Pete. Question 3: Who won back-to-back American League MVP titles in 1993 and 1994? Who won back-to-back American League MVP titles in 1993 and in 1994?
Could you just give me his name?
Back-to-back American League MVP titles in 93 and 94.
Oh, man.
What do you think? What do you know?
93,
94. Back-to-back American League MVP titles. What do you think?
A little too. I don't know if he ever won back to back, like maybe Griffey or. I'll say maybe the Big Hurt.
The Big Hurt, Frank Thomas.
Frank Thomas? Yeah, I'll say Frank Thomas.
You'd be correct. You'd be correct. You got that one correct.
I don't know. That's a Slumdog Millionaire. I don't know why I know that. maybe did they say something about that in the testosterone commercials? That
they did. Two-time MVP and boner pill.
Okay, there we go. So somehow those synapses connected.
There you go. Well, however you retain your information is up to you, right? So.
Yeah, you had a little extra blood flow. It's good for you.
I couldn't tell you how many times he won Boner of the Year, but most valuable boner.
Well, you know, if you take too many of them, and if you take too many of them, and you know it lasts for a long time, it's going to be a big hurt, right? So
yeah, that's true.
There you go. All right, let's go over to Harry. The score right now is tied 1-1. Harry, these are your questions.
All
right. Question 1 for Harry. Here we go. Who won the American League Cy Young Award in 1999?
99?
99.
All right, who won the Yankees win the World Series that year? They did. I mean, it's got to be Pedro, right? Pedro Martinez?
Because the Yankees won the World Series?
No, I just remember him having a really dominant year that year.
The Yankees or Pedro Martinez?
Pedro Martinez. It's
okay.
Fucking told you.
Well, no, they both did, actually. But yes, you are correct. Pedro Martinez won the AL Cy Young that year. Cool. There you go. We put that in there.
How many times he won it?
3.
It was 3, yeah.
3, right?
Mm-hmm. Pedro won it 3 times. All right. I believe actually he won 1 NL Cy Young and 2.
He did.
Cy Youngs. He won 1 with the Expos.
With the Expos,
yeah, and then 2 with the Red Sox. Didn't win 1 with the Mets. But
who else did he pitch? He ended his career someplace.
But whoever does.
Philly? Did he play for the Phillies?
I think he played for the Phillies for a year. Yeah, pretty sure. So, but he was with the Mets for 4 years. So
wasn't bad.
No, he pitched well. All right, Harry. Question number 2. Here we go. Alex Rodriguez was drafted with the first pick by the Mariners in what year? Alex Rodriguez was drafted with the first pick in the draft by the Mariners in what year?
93.
Pulled it out of his ass. Yes, 93. He was drafted in 1993. All right.
I was going to say that too.
Where?
Yeah, that was an easy question.
All right. Fair enough.
Not that I knew it. That's just.
That's what you were going to say.
Well, I think in 95 and that historic series, and
true.
Yeah. They were all young on that team.
Yeah, they were.
Rodriguez was too. So.
All right. And Harry, wrapping up question number 3. Who won their only American League MVP award in 1999?
Ooh.
Who won the only American League MVP award in 1999?
Well, there's only one every year, right?
Well, it's the only one they won. And it's not a trick question. They didn't win a National League MVP award. Just who won their only American League MVP award in 99?
Well, let's see. Who was good that year? Red Sox were good. Yankees were
Can't
good.
be more than 4 players.
Well, I'm trying to think of the teams that were really good. I don't think it was anybody on the Yankees. I don't think it was...
What year is this? 1999.
A-Rod
won more. A-Rod won more than one. Was he on the Rangers that year? 99 A-Rod.
99. He may have been on the Rangers. I'm not sure.
Rangers were really good that year. I don't think anybody on the Red Sox won it.
All right, let's see. Playoffs. Playoff teams. Yankees, Indians, Rangers, Red Sox.
I don't think Jim Thome won it. I think it was somebody on the Rangers, and I don't think it was A-Rod. So that Pudge Rodriguez.
Wasn't A-Rod. I concur. It would have to be.
Well, I mean, that was going to be my first guess, but he's won multiple MVPs. So I'm guessing Pudge, but I could be wrong. I don't know.
If it's not A-Rod, it has to be I-Rod. If it's a Ranger.
Yeah.
A-Rod has to be I-Rod.
Yeah.
If it's not A-Rod, it has to be I-Rod.
Or, I don't think Thome won an MVP, did he? I think it's Pudge Rodriguez.
Final answer?
Yeah, why not?
I concur.
It is Ivan Rodriguez, Pudge Rodriguez. So maybe I should have switched them up. I gave the questions Pete would have known to Harry there, and Harry obviously knew some of Pete's. So
I think only one.
Well, you knew the second one. Third one.
I got
Frank Thomas.
Yeah. So there you go. All right.
Look, final 4-1,
4-1.
4-1. All right, back to normal.
Back to normal. There you
I feel like the 90s are my best known. 80s and I feel like that's where my memory is good. Into the 2000s, I get confused with what was where.
Gotcha. And not just in baseball.
Yeah, exactly.
Weird fact. Wrap it up with weird fact. You know that up until the 1920 season, Major League Baseball pitchers were allowed to grease up the ball with as much saliva as they wanted to.
Nice. Up until 1920 or 1990?
1920. 1920.
Well, that's why those numbers for, baby hands, fucking Sugar Tits McGillicuddy and Cy Young.
Slimy hands, Johnson.
When did Cy Young pitch? What years?
Before that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, there you go.
I mean,
that was weird.
Well, up until 1911, they were allowed to shit on the ball.
Yeah.
So I guess
were they really? Or you just
no?
Let me say something somewhat serious. If you look at the historic best ERAs or career-wise or by season, they're all really early in baseball. Most wins, most lowest ERAs. So maybe there's something to it. Maybe there was something that was, maybe they were fucking greasing that motherfucker up like there's no tomorrow.
Like there's no tomorrow. Yeah, very possible.
Like Phil Niekro did, and Joe Niekro,
and exactly,
Madam Niekro, and Cadavius Tony Niekro.
Cadavius Tony Niekro. I gotta love it.
Jamarcus Niekro.
Jamarcus Niekro. LeVar Arrington Niekro.
Yeah.
And
the Niekros didn't have. I mean, are there any younger junk ball pitchers coming out? There's none left.
I think you're asking if there are any younger Niekros in the league right now.
There aren't.
Well, there's Gilly Niekro.
It's not like hockey where there's always a suitor, and they're sure as shit they're related to the ones that played in 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s.
That's right. It's the sons of the nephews. Then all just boom.
The Niekros needed to have, I don't know. I always enjoyed when, I feel like as a kid, they always looked like they were 65 when they're heading out there. Anyway, they made Nolan Ryan look spry,
No, they made Nolan Ryan look like a little kid. Yeah, exactly. So, but, all right.
Nolan Ryan, by the way, never won a Cy Young.
Never won a Cy Young.
Never won a World Series. Never won a Cy Young. Crazy.
Mm-hmm. No, he won a World Series.
Did he? Oh, that's right, with the Mets, right?
With the Mets. Yeah. That was his second or third year in the league, and won the World Series, and then that was it.
Was he a starter on that team?
He was a starter during the season, but he wasn't a starter in the series.
Yeah, crazy, right?
Yeah.
That's what it was. He never won a World
Series game.
Yeah, he never won a World Series game as a starter.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy to think about. All right. All right. Cool. Pete, do we have an over/under tonight?
No.
No over/under tonight.
No, I
Just
really
an
need
under.
to go through the shelves and find some interesting.
Well, you're going to have to do it right. And here's the thing, folks. Again, we mentioned it last week. We're doing a live. The three of us will be together next Wednesday, October 11th, together in New Jersey. Look on our Facebook page. Check out our Facebook page, our Instagram, our Twitter, our website. Check out everything. You will see where we're going to be, the time we're going to be at. A lot of goodies come out. It's going to be it's not going to be a fun show. It's going to be a football and baseball primarily, but there'll be other stuff. It'll be a sports discussion show. There'll be fun stuff too. But check out.
Sure, it's going to be fun.
Check out. It'll be fun regardless, right? Check out
all
the details. But on that note, Pete, you're going to have to put an over/under together.
We are going to need an over/under.
We're going to need an over.
Maybe it has to be something that only the people at the location know about.
And then all three of us.
I will tell you this: the over/under is 12, and it's people who show up for this, and I'm taking the under.
You're taking the under.
Actually, the over/under is 12, and it's. Never mind.
What?
I was going to say something dirty, but
Our combined dick lengths.
Yeah, I was going to say penis length of the three show hosts.
12 feet.
12.
Wow, that's a lot.
Depends on the day.
I think that's a pretty good over/under.
It's a Wednesday. It's early enough in the week. We might be able to.
That is true.
Can I use rosin?
Well, you know what? We'll pretend it's before 1920. You can use all the saliva you want.
American League pitcher, grease it up as much as you want.
Spider tack and a couple of cables.
You're good to go.
I'm gonna Cy Young that thing and see how much I can get out.
I don't know what that means, but
I'm gonna Cy Young that.
Pay for my OnlyFans and you will.
That's it. Oh, you're gonna have content for your OnlyFans for weeks.
Oh yeah.
Rumor has it that John will beat the 12 by himself, so you never know.
Well, again, it depends on what I've done all day. So,
yes.
You know,
yeah,
we'll see. All right, there we go. Just kind of put that down.
All right, so let's get out of here.
Intro. All right, so yes.
22 minutes longer than we wanted.
22 minutes longer than we wanted to. All right, folks. Once again, make sure you go to our Facebook page, go to our Instagram, Twitter, and our website. Check out all the information, all the details for next Wednesday's show, and it's right there. Make sure you get down there. Obviously, we'll still take questions if you're watching from home, but you're going to want to be there. If you're anywhere near the area that we're going to be in or can get there, you're going to want to show up because it's a historic day. All right. Whatchamacallit? Radio Pete and I have known each other for 23-ish years.
Yeah.
Harry and I have known each other a lot longer than that, approaching 40-ish plus.
Really?
Jeez. Yeah, and
I'm not even that old.
Right. But it's going to be the first day in history that these two have been in the same room together.
I mean, there's that slight chance that we were in a bathhouse together somewhere in Schenectady.
True. In Schenectady back in, yeah.
But, we're not 100%
there was
sure.
that possibility. You're going to have to,
possible.
Yeah.
We'll have to revisit that while we're together next week.
That was before they kept the records.
Yeah, exactly. So,
the sign-in card is
fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
The lineup card.
Right. Exactly. So
probably some fake names on there.
Yeah.
No,
and I've been following him on OnlyFans before I knew him. But
this is true. Well, that's the ironic part, So,
right. So.
And because Radio Pete's had an OnlyFans since probably 20 years
before
there was an OnlyFans.
I was the second one.
That's right.
Yeah, he got account number 2.
My OnlyFans account is number 2.
That's
right. That's pretty. That would be amazing if it was.
Account number 2.
Listen, I don't make money because of a lot of subscribers. It's just longevity.
I'm wondering, I'm wondering, like, number one, I sort of basically understand how OnlyFans works, but I don't really know when it started, and I'm wondering who the actual first OnlyFans. Like, it couldn't have just been one person. They must have had like a collection of people. I don't know. They couldn't have just rolled it out with old Barbara from fucking Kansas City and just said go with it.
Yeah, they couldn't have. That's true.
Pete, you would know.
It wouldn't surprise me if it was someone who was basically found people that needed to make money and found a way to exploit them. Hey, here's a way that you can make some money, and all you got to do is
find my search,
and it doesn't go out on the major, on the major web.
Right, exactly.
You can't look it up on Pornhub or whatever.
No, you can't.
And you can make some money. People pay you.
OnlyFans started in 2016 by a British entrepreneur, interestingly called Timothy Stokely, Strokely, and his retired father, Guy Stokely.
Of course.
Of course.
I wonder how many.
I got a question for you. I got a trivia question for you. It was actually a trivia question from a few weeks ago. I thought it was interesting. I got to ask you this: who became the first person to earn $1 million in the first 24 hours of joining OnlyFans, and earned $2 million in less than that first week?
Say that again. First person to earn $1 million.
Who became the first person to earn $1 million in the first 24 hours of joining OnlyFans, and earned $2 million in less than a week?
I'm guessing it's somebody recently you joined.
And I'll give you a hint.
Okay.
It's not RadioPete.
Well, that narrows it down.
He was the second one to earn $1 million in the first 24 hours of joining OnlyFans.
So someone has beaten me.
Who was it before him?
The basis of my OnlyFans, actually.
Absolutely.
I'm guessing it was some sort of actress or somebody who maybe a borderline Hollywood actress who isn't necessarily a porn star. But I could be wrong.
Is all OnlyFans like X-rated?
No.
It's not a requirement, right?
I think it is.
I mean, I don't see what the draw would be for a celebrity to have. I mean,
if you don't,
what are they going to reveal if it's not?
It wasn't Dustin Diamond, was it? From Screech?
No.
I don't know who it was.
Is it one of the Kardashians?
Let's be funny though and say it was Phyllis Diller. Betty White.
Betty White. Yeah, there you go. Well, you know what? See, that wouldn't be unbelievable, right? That would. You
know what? I remember there was also like tennis players or somebody. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably some Russian with big tits, is what I'm guessing.
You think?
I don't know. I don't know the names of these. I'm guessing it's an actress who was moderately popular, like, I don't know, the chick who starred in like 50 Shades of Grey or something on that level. Like, I don't know her name. I would maybe recognize her. She probably had some sexy lingerie photos, something pretty mild, but she probably crushed it because she had a following.
Right. So, right. I gotcha.
Yeah. And I don't know what their names are. So if it's not, yeah.
All right. So just tell us.
I'm trying to put up a picture.
Meredith Baxter Burney.
There you go. There you go. I'm just trying to put up a picture here so you can actually see the one I pulled down. The one I pulled down. Okay. It unfortunately was a web picture, so I had to get a different one. There it is. So putting this up right now.
Victoria Principal.
It wasn't Victoria Principal. No. It was indeed Carol Channing, actually.
Carol Channing.
Now, it was Bella Thorne. It was Bella Thorne.
I don't know who that is, but it does that fit the category of what
that's Bella Thorne right there.
It definitely wasn't Amy Schumer.
No, it wasn't. That was not Amy Schumer. Now.
How about her uncle,
Chuck Schumer? It was not.
It wasn't Sarah Palin, huh?
No. It was Bella Thorne. I don't know if you know who Bella Thorne is. She's
but I'm guessing is she an actress?
Yeah,
yeah.
So was she in like what are the vampire? She's like in a vampire movie or something, right?
I think her first movie when she was like a lot
Twilight?
younger, she was in an Adam Sandler movie. Blended, I think.
It wasn't Joan Van Ark.
No. Bella Thorne. She was in her top movies are The Duff, Blended. She was in Blended with Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler. She was in Midnight Sun. She was in Scream in 2015, Scream 12 or whatever the hell it was. Yeah,
I'm gonna Google her now. Hold on.
They did
she actually did not.
She was on the Disney Channel. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, he was in The Babysitter in 2017.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I've almost watched a few.
I don't really want to see her on OnlyFans. I want to see if I'm going to go on to OnlyFans.
Well, you don't want to see any of her movies.
Yeah,
I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're all garbage.
So,
they're all.
Let me ask you a question. Can you go on OnlyFans without paying, or do you have to pay to see anything? Like, is there any free content on OnlyFans, or is it all paid?
I'm really not sure, to be honest with you.
None of my shit's free. That's free.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pete can speak to that. There's
probably some sort of a preview or something that.
It's just like people doing their own videos and shit, right?
That's exactly what it is. It's people doing their own video content. Yes, a lot of it is porn, right? But there's some other stuff as well.
But some of it are tutorials on,
Some of it are tutorials on how to change the thermostat in a gas range.
Sure, how to understand the new energy code. I'm sure is on there.
That as well, exactly. Yeah. And how to program a new security code for a safe room. But in any event, I would assume there's some form of preview or free content. I mean, nobody's going to go on and just join and start spending money without seeing how it works, right? So,
I don't know. Who knows? I think that's the nature of everything now, isn't it?
I suppose, yeah, that's true. They've actually gotten away from. I just realized that they actually got. I read an article the other day. A lot of streaming services, video streaming services, on for Roku devices and Amazon Fire Sticks, whether it's Netflix or Hulu or Fubo TV or any of these, right?
All right,
a lot of them have gotten away from giving free previews. Yeah. Like you don't have to sign a contract. You can cancel anytime. But if you want to see what the stations, the streaming service is about, sign up and pay a month. If you don't like it,
I heard Bill Belichick's OnlyFans page is fire.
It's one of the top.
Let me just if you here are some of the latest posts on OnlyFans. Okay. Rise and Grind from Josh Heron.
Okay.
Even after 18 grueling Superbike seasons, Josh Heron doesn't plan on slowing down anytime soon. Rides shotgun as he kicks his training into high gear ahead of Laguna Seca. Okay. Viral baking tools. Lick the spoon.
Oh, so it's like wait, do you get a feed? Do you get a feed on OnlyFans? Is it like Facebook and Instagram or not? Or Twitter?
I guess so. I mean, you can subscribe and then. Now, this was supposedly about testing out a couple of viral baking tools. Now, this could all be code. Now let me read.
For what you know, yeah, exactly, right, yeah.
Now here's another one. This one is, I guess, the creator is called Haley to the Max, and this is Fall Cocktails. Love hosting holiday parties and looking for a fun, festive cocktail to serve. Now, that could be what it's about, or it could be code for something else.
I heard she hides the Campari bottle up her ass. But
for what you said, hold that thought really quick. I want to hear the next one. But so far, the three you've said are Rise and Grind, Lick the Spoon, and Holiday Cocktails.
Yeah.
So,
now
they could all be real, or they clearly could all not be. But
my new horse just flew in from Europe. Join, and I'll give you the creator's name in a second, as she introduces you to her new horse and details his journey from Europe to her farm. Her name, Miss Hand. Then you've got Soulful Support and the wonders of breath work. Discover the transformative power of breath work with Life with Kitten is the creator, I guess. Dive deep into the wonders of mindful breathing techniques.
Dive deep.
And then one more, The Quiet Games of Amaranth. Just posted 4 hours ago, E2, this thing's clogged.
Well, you used to have declog Thursdays, didn't you?
Declog Thursdays, yes.
Plunger party Pete.
Yeah, that was really a medical necessity more than an OnlyFans feature.
Yeah, when I got to Thursday before the weekend, you had to clean out.
All right, this is disgusting, but I just want to let you guys know that I was watching a TikTok reel posted on Instagram from Christina Pazinski, Christina P is a great comedian. And it was a woman who was in a frozen meat aisle, it looks like, squatting down in front of the freezer case, sticking her hand up her ass, I'm guessing, and shitting diarrhea on the floor of the supermarket. This is what people are posting on TikTok.
That's the supermarket shit challenge.
Yeah, there's your poop tart.
Yeah. I mean, Who
wants to see that?
Nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing.
So
the fact that you just said that, I was sitting here and I didn't go, what the hell?
And that's for free. So what the fuck is on OnlyFans?
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Kind of makes Two Girls, One Cup like a cartoon at this point.
2 girls, 1 cup. What is that?
We'll talk about it over the air.
Does it have anything to do with Venezuela?
IYKYK, as they say. If you know, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay. I don't want to. I don't think.
By the way, just to end on a sports note.
Yeah, let's do that.
Postseason this year will not include New York Yankees, Boston Red Sox, or St. Louis Cardinals. First time in how many years do you think that's happened?
25.
I'm going to say since the early 80s.
Okay, give me a number.
82.
Here's our over under. You going under Harry's 25 or over Harry's 25?
Over Harry's 25.
First time in 30 years. Pretty good guess, Harry.
Pretty close.
First time in 30.
Harry was closer, but I won because I went over.
Yeah, I guess you went over.
Wait, if you go over, you lose. That's the Price is Right.
That's Price is Right. There you go. All right.
So there we go.
There you go. All right. Once again, folks, make sure you check out Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, our website for all the details for next week's live show. You definitely want to get there. We hope to see as many of you as possible at that show. So we appreciate your. The
entire show will be dedicated to our WNBA talk. So.
Exactly. Now that and pickleball.
I thought we were doing hockey that week.
Yeah,
exactly. It's a hockey show, right?
Yeah,
just hockey.
It's just Pete because he's the only one who really knows anything.
Right. And just Jersey hockey. But
I know early '80s hockey really great. I could tell you every fight between Barry Beck and the Islanders.
We're just going to talk about the Devils for 2 hours.
Right. Yeah. Talk about Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, exactly. And Chico Resch.
Martin Brodeur, the best ever. Come join us live at the dive in and fucking
Brodeur, the best ever. Prove me wrong.
Prove me wrong. Exactly.
Fight me.
I'll fight. Disagree and I'll fight you.
We'll be somewhere in South Jersey putting on the foil.
There you go. Make sure you get there. Seriously, it's going to be a fun show. So on that note, we will wrap the show up for today. We want to thank everybody for watching. And for those of you just listening to the audio podcast, thanks for listening. Don't forget to visit our website, www.getonwithitpodcast.com. That's getonwithitpodcast.com. And please remember, like us and follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Just search for the Get On With It podcast. And of course, all of our shows are available on YouTube as well on the Logger Room channel. Remember, we go live with a video podcast on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, which is now X, and Twitch every Wednesday night around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And for those of you who just want to listen to the audio podcast, you can do so on our brand new host, Spreaker, as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music Podcasts, iHeartRadio, CastBox, Deezer, Podcast Addict, Podchaser. Pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast, you can hear ours. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to one or more of those feeds, and you will never miss a show. Again, thanks for following along with us. Have a great rest of your week. Have a wonderful weekend. We look forward to seeing you all at our show, or as many of you as possible, at our live show next week in New Jersey. And we will talk to you then, folks. Take care. Cheers.
Come find us and let us know your top 5 OnlyFans pages.
Exactly.
Pages.
Top 5 OnlyFans pages. There you go. We got to do that. All right, folks. See you next week. Have a good one.
I think Mad Dog Russo has an OnlyFans page.
He might.
Bye, everybody. Oh, yeah. I'm sure he does. No one subscribes. But
Yeah,
I would.
Mike Princess might.
That one's a little rough.
Question.